Well, one of the favourites for today, of course, Klara Lukan of Slovenia. Fastest in the field. She's ranked 4th in Europe, the national record holder. And a really exciting young prospect as well. Someone who's come up through the ranks, racing at 800, but looks very comfortable in the longer distances. Sara Lahti, the Swedish national record holder, 3-time champion of Sweden. It's her second Road 10K of the season. All eyes will be on Nadia Battocletti, who has a unique opportunity to hold European titles on all 3 surfaces at once. We see the women poised and ready to go, each and every one of them with their hands on the watches, and there was what looked to be a stumble there from Sara Lahti of Sweden, who stood up. They weren't called back though. The race continues, of course, no real advantage. She stood right up there. She knew what she'd done and just regathered herself, steadied herself. But yeah, as you rightly say, Tim, it is a tough course, particularly around 3 kilometres. There's that sharp uphill. We saw it yesterday in the half marathon. The marathon runners will also have to experience it when they come back into Leuven for the first time.
Here's that leading group in the women's field, moving along really nicely. I just wonder if it's only a matter of time before Battocletti changes gear and starts really testing them. I think she's well capable of putting in a surge here. She has looked quite astonishingly consistent this last year or so, including a medal at the Games in Paris at 10,000.
You have to feel, though, Klara Lukan will be confident that she can match her with the time that she's laid down this season. And here goes Nadia Battocletti, who has sensed it's her time to pounce, and Klara Lukan cannot match her. The fastest in the field has now dropped back. She's in 3rd, but she has Sara Lahti on her shoulder. And, well, it would be a big surprise if Klara Lukan falls out of medal contention here and out of the medal picture. She has been so fast this season. She's the one to watch in this field behind Battocletti, but when you look at the 2 side by side, despite Battocletti having the slightly slower time, the experience that she has and that race nuance that we've seen, she's decided it's her time to go, and Klara Lukan at risk of being swallowed up from behind her.
Yaremchuk, the other Italian, battling for a medal as well. She's having a fabulous run just behind the blue, just behind Battocletti. Lukan and Lahti and Yaremchuk battling out the minor medals. Several other athletes not too far behind them. Remember, only 3 individual medals, although the team race will be in the minds of some of these athletes. Here's that trio trying to chase down Battocletti, but she's building a lead now, the Italian.
Yep.
She's cut loose Ellen with perfect timing, really, with about, 22 minutes on the clock. She kicked away a few minutes ago.
Well, in a surge coming through, it's Klara Lukan now falling backwards. It's Dietrich of Germany moving her way up, and Machado of Portugal gritting her teeth. She now looks to be into the silver medal position. It's been a long time since we went back to this group who are falling behind Nadia Battocletti, who's now into the home straight, and just looks completely focused, doesn't she? She's an excellent athlete to watch, such a talent. Rallying behind, though. She can't take it too easily, though, as she comes through the last 500 metres, because behind her, Machado of Portugal is absolutely gunning here. She's gritting her teeth and driving towards the line. She's up into the silver medal position. She's surged forward. This has been a brilliant race from the Portuguese athlete, who we just haven't seen any of all race. She was there lurking. She's moved away through the field in very similar manner to what we saw yesterday in the half marathon. Has she gone too early, though? She's falling back now. Battocletti well in control and heading towards a superb hat-trick. The battle behind for the medals, though, and those behind her is the interesting watch. Dietrich of Germany still going. Klara Lukan's there as well. Yaremchuk of Italy falling backwards, while her teammate cruises towards another European title. These women's 10K athletes scattered amongst those who are in the mass start for the first wave of the 10K runners. It's Machado who's leading.
She's working
in the battle.
So hard,
she is. I think she's gone too early, and here is Dietrich, who cruises past her now. The German into the silver medal position. but no doubt Nadia Battocletti does it again. A perfect hat-trick for the Italian, who becomes the first to hold a European title on all three surfaces. It was never in doubt. Clara Lueken, who's fourth in the European all-time list, she's now surging towards the line, but it will be Dietrich to Germany who takes the silver medal ahead of Clara Lueken, who's had a superb season so far, but just can't replicate it at championship level at the moment. She takes bronze.
It means a lot because win 4 title in less than a year, it's so important, and of course on three different surfaces. So it's the best gift of my birthday.
And you've made history because this is the first time for the event also. Is that important to you?
Yes, a lot, because when I was younger I started running on road, so it means important, this championship.
And there is confirmation of that women's top 10.
Yep, new personal best for the top two. Nadia Battocletti finishing in 31.10, a previous mark of 31.19, the national record as well. So that's improved today. And a big personal best for Eva Bertre.
Hi, I'm Nadia Battocletti. Sign up now to the European Athletics YouTube channel.
Well, let's have a look at the leading men, some of the leading men. There he is, Dominic Lokinyomo Lobalu of Switzerland. He is 26 years old, European champion at 10,000 from last summer, fourth in the Olympic Games at 5,000. Fabulously consistent racer too. Nordash, well, the bronze medalist at 1,500 in 2023 in Budapest at the World Championship. Seventh last summer in the Olympics at 1,500 metres. But a real package at 10,000 as well. There is Jory Leonard, the 24-year-old Brit. Good track form, 27.38 last summer on the track. He will be a factor. Jan Schrub of the French squad. They promise to be very fast as well. The French with Schrub, so experienced, the 29-year-old silver medalist at 10,000 last year behind Lobalu on the track. And there the last of them, Kimeli. Away they go then. Now, the roads will be a little bit more slippery because there's been no rain for 3 weeks. You get a sort of build-up of oil and other things on road surfaces when you get a long period of warm, dry weather. Let's hope that doesn't create any problems on the corners. D'Aguino testing them now, though. Single file. Kimeli in second place. Jan Schrub in third. Another slight uphill here. There are some undulations on this course. We're 16 minutes in, so they've made the turn, I think, at halfway. Kimeli now pushing to the fore from D'Aguino. They're really racing here. This is aggressive running too, and the gaps are going to widen.
Yeah, he was invited. D'Aguino's looked to his side and said, please come through. It's not the first time that he signalled to Isak Kimeli to take a turn on the front. He looked to his shoulder, and Kimeli feels that he can take on the offer laid down by the Frenchman to try and push forward.
There it is, 13.50 at 5K. It is quick. Obviously, 27.40. If they maintain that tempo, D'Aguino and Schrub, this trio locked together. Now, I don't think it's going to become a cat and mouse affair and they'll slow. I think it's a case of who can last this long surge, last best, and survive the best this long surge towards the finish line. As D'Aguino, less heralded perhaps than one or two other runners in this race. Jan Schrub is a famous racer. He's a fabulously consistent racer. Man who is a doctor is Jan Schrub at the University of Lorraine. He completed his studies and he looks comfortable, doesn't he, Schrubby? A little glance over there at Kimeli, and I think he's in control. Yeah,
I think we just see the stat flash up there about his cross-country victory in Brussels 2 years ago now, and he played very similar tactics. He's a very intelligent racer. And you can see him still looking to the side. He's been invited to lead on a number of occasions, and only once has he picked it up, and very quickly he dropped back. I think this is playing into the hands of Jan Schrub, but we have seen the inspiration that being on home soil could be, and Isak Kimeli is still there and gritting his teeth.
Charlie Wheeler is not in shot, by the way. I don't know why he's come up on that caption. It's the two Frenchmen, D'Aguino and Schrub. Leading at the moment is Schrub now, and he's a little glance over his shoulder then, and another one. He's just trying to see. He's obviously cranked it up a notch or two. He's accelerating here, Schrub, trying to see what effect it's having. And I think they've got rid of Kimeli. Kimeli, the Belgian, in third place. May well get an individual medal, but he's struggling here, and a little nervous glance over his shoulder there tells a great deal. But Schrubb it is, who's trying to kick away from Dagino. This the battle, a domestic battle, 300 metres to run. Jan Schrubb, a fabulous racer on the country, a great track racer, a great road racer, and he is heading now for gold because he's got the gap on his teammate Etienne Dagino. Look at this from Jan Schrubb, winding it up all the way, continually accelerating, and he still looks relaxed. This has been a masterclass from him. He's executed this supremely. And after the goal of Jimmy Gressier yesterday in the half marathon for France, the French colours are going to be first across the line once more. Look at the crowds here. To the southern end of the city of Leuven, the locals have come out in their thousands to support these races. And it looks quite magnificent despite the drizzle. He will be the winner of the inaugural European Running Championships 10-kilometre road race. Jan Schrubb makes it gold for France, and Dagino makes it 1-2 again, as was the case yesterday for France in the half marathon. That is brilliant for the French squad, and with 3 to score, surely they are the favourites for the team title as well. Well, Kimeli had to give best to those. Isaac Kimeli for Belgium takes the bronze. He makes sure the home nation gets onto the rostrum. And then the battle for fourth is another French race. Can you believe it? Balcao comes home. 3 French in the first 4.
Yeah, Brussels is my city. I won 2 gold medals in the European Championship. I am very happy. And Jimmy have a gold medal in the half marathon, and I will say that I make the same medals. Is good for me. It's good for Etienne. He make the first place, the silver medals, and for the team is very. We are very happy for the team because we have the gold medals with the French team.
2023, I disappointed my people in Belgium, the cross country, the European Championship, and then today I say I need to make a revenge to show the people I was there. So with this bronze medal, I give thank you for supporting me, because for me it was not easy to defend 2 French guys. It was always behind me, and I tried to attack, but they were too strong. But I'm happy to take bronze medal at home.
Well, didn't he say it right there, Jan Schrubb? It's about winning being in the front at the finish, not at the start. His time 27:37 ahead of Dagino's 27:46.
Representing Turkey, Can Keegan Özbilen.
Well, some of the leading lights in the men's race being introduced there. Can Keegan Özbilen, the Italian, there also a major favourite, the Italian Awani. Look out for him. Awani, 29-year-old, 2:06 performer in Valencia last December. Shakir of Spain, former Moroccan, he too will be in danger. A 2:07 performer in Valencia back on the 1st of December. The 30-year-old. And De Bock of Belgium.
Let's go!
They are racing then in Brussels. That elite field of 43 men gets underway, and just 27 in the women's marathon, Ellen. It's a small but high caliber field on the women's side. Well, we saw Malede out in the lead. He's pushed on ahead. I said earlier, if it's not one Israeli, it's another. Bukiyawe Malede of Israel has taken to the front now. It's almost like there are these waves of punches coming in. If it was boxing, it would be wave after wave of thumps coming in. So it's not one Israeli, it's another that goes to the front and just accelerates. It's almost a surging type of race going on at the moment. The 28-year-old Malede is a 2:07 performer. His teammate Teferi has dropped back into second place, and this is quite some surge from Malede. 59 minutes on the clock. They're still, 3 or 4 minutes away at least from the halfway split, and this is another slight upslope. I said earlier how the middle of the race is an awful lot of ups and downs, even though overall there's a net drop, and it's making it tough for these fellas. It's a very, very testing course, and this hill is thinning them out. You can see George James in a pack about 30 metres down, and I wonder if this is a reaction to Malede's surge, or if it's because of this hill. It's almost like a sort of seesawing, a concertinaing of this top 10 or 15. And Özbilen maintaining the chase here in this second group behind Milady, the breakaway leader at the moment, in the third group. There it is at halfway. 63.52 is the official halfway split for Milady. But look at the gap he's got there, 15 seconds. Back to the Osbelen pairing. And then Alame, Awani, Ayale. So many Israelis up there. They've got the team race sewn up at the moment, that's for sure. It's all about what happens over that last few hundred meters in a marathon, the last 1%. So Teferi may be the man who misses out here. He's struggling. It may not be a 1-2-3 for Israel here today, as three men move away from him, and this has to be desperate for Teferi. How tired have you got to be with a couple of minutes of running to go to see three competitors ease away from you centimetre by centimetre? That gap now is about 8 or 9 metres, and he just cannot live with them. And the pace at the front, I think, is winding up imperceptibly. It's just gradually picking up. Ayale and Alame are there, right behind Awani of Italy. These three now 15 metres ahead of Teferi. His bolted shot, I don't think we're going to see him get back towards the medals now. But can Awani become the 8th Italian in history to take European marathon gold? He's driving on here, we're down to 2. And Awani working so hard here on this slight upslope. This is a tough section. One Israeli to go for him to get gold. He's put 2 of the 3 behind him, but this looks like a dominant stride out in the last 150 metres from Ayale. Gashau Ayale now, looking so strong. The 28-year-old is one of the quickest in the race with 2:04.53 from Seville. Can Awani get back to him? This is a battle of wills rather than a physical battle now, because he's so determined, Ayale, here, to take the first ever gold for Israel in the marathon. And Ayale goes past him. Boy, oh boy, did the Israeli misjudge it here? It is going to be gold. It's going to be glorious, glittering Italian gold here on the streets of Leuven. He's not going to be caught now. Wow. Ilias Awani from Italy. Look at the crowd roaring him on. The pack of Ethiopians, former Ethiopians, Israelis, of course, on this day. He has put behind him, and this is going to be gold for Awani. No doubt about it. 9th in the European Championships in 22. First today here in Leuven. Quite supreme. 2:09.05 I got his unofficial winning time. It matters not. When you've got a gold medal, that is everything. Ayale takes the silver, rather. Teferi, the bronze. Wow.
The second Italian gold of the day, and just look how much it means. He kisses the floor. A superb victory, and one that was just expertly judged once again. Biding his time, he was looking around. It wasn't a sign of weakness, though.
And George James coming through now. And the time just outside 2:10. It's another massive personal best for the Briton. What a run from him. That's 5th. I think George James has come home for Great Britain. What a run. His inaugural major championship run. His 3rd marathon of his life, and a massive personal best. And that trip to Bogota, Colombia, all worthwhile.
Yeah, that race was so intense. This is my first, European title as a senior. And I'm so proud of the way I ran. I proved that I have matured a lot. I'm coming from a really tough year. Last year I was not taken to the Olympics, so this year I was just playing on a different level. I just wanted to prove myself. The race was not easy. There were a lot of hills. It was a really tough course, but I was really wise and calm and mature, and I'm really proud about the way I conducted the race. I mean, yesterday Jimmy Gracie promised me he was going to win the European champs, and I did the same, so I kept my promise, so I'm a man of my word.
There it is, Ilias Awani, European champion, 2:09.05, just 3 seconds better in the sprint than Gashau Ayale of Israel. But look at that packing from the Israelis. 3rd place, the bronze for Teferi, 4th for Alame. What a team result that is for Israel, 2-3-4. They take team gold ahead of Belgium and Turkey, the host nation, getting amongst the medals again in the men's marathon team race.
Lorna Chemtai-Salpeter introduced to the crowd. She's the fastest in the field at 2022 World Championships bronze medalist. And Hanna Verbruggen, the home favourite in this marathon distance, recovered from a broken jaw to be here. She sustained it in training and she's had to fight through that to get to this point.
There's the elite women coming to the coming to the halfway points.
Yeah, through 20k, I believe
20K,
that is.
yes,
We've got a brief look on the clock, around 69 minutes. I think they're through 20k. We'll bring you confirmation of that when we get there. And it's still, of course, the Spaniard Majida Mayouf who's leading the way, and a bit of disruption now to the standard that we'd seen in the pack, with the Belgian athlete tucked in behind Salpeter of Israel as they've surged off to either side to go and collect the bottles. And
what is she gesturing?
Well, she's not happy about something, and she's continuing to wave her finger.
As Verbruggen clipped her from behind, or what? That was
she just said, I saw you, and it does look like maybe a clip of the heel, but then for a clip of the heel, it does seem like if that's the problem, maybe a slight overreaction, so you maybe think that it's something more there. But she certainly wasn't happy at all. She's brought Salpeter up with her, Verbruggen, and that's not what you want in the middle almost as they head towards. We still haven't got splits for the 20k mark, they have gone through it, but as we head towards the halfway point, that's not what you want to see, particularly when they're not safe in terms of the top three. There's plenty more who can join up behind. Let's take a look back.
I don't think I've ever seen this much anger expressed, a wagging of the finger like a school teacher at Verbruggen, who looks a bit bemused.
And I think we've had a problem with a bottle, or potentially a collision. I think we've lost Fatima Wahadou Nafi, who was amongst this leading pack, and I think there was a fall. She has been collected by one of the male athletes, who I think is going to try and drag her forward. We can take a look back. He went down, and she's gone down on top of him after grabbing her bottles. Ooh. And that has absolutely separated the field, and it's so tough because it's one of the mass start men who went down first after trying to come over to grab some water. She was a little bit further back after picking up her bottle, and thankfully one of the other athletes has stopped and helped her back up to her feet, and well, the adrenaline will be coursing through her veins. That's not what you want at all, but thankfully it's only left her, well, now she's found herself in the position she was before the fall.
And this turning into a little domestic dust-up for the former Moroccans running for Spain here. Mayouf and Ouadi Nafi. And Ouadi Nafi, the one who fell, eases to the front here. And Hannah, I just wonder, and they've both been blowing really hard, working so hard, and I just wonder if she's trying to break her opponent here well before the finish. 2:16, almost 2:17 on the clock, so they've got about 8 or 9 minutes of running to come.
A look over the shoulder from Mayouf that
could be telling.
I was going to say, might be absolute testament to what you've just suggested, that she has the faster personal best, but that was 3 years ago now, and the gap is opening up, and she has taken a look over the shoulder. Mayouf, who was off the front of the pack, she then had fallen back. Here's Salpeter once again, who, well, you look at the body language of Mayouf, it might not be over in terms of climbing up the medal order now for Salpeter. The gap opening up, well supported down each side of the streets here.
You know, aesthetically, Fatima Azara Ouadi Nafi, the leader, is not the most glorious movers on the planet, is she? Look at those arms swinging from side to side. But at this stage of a marathon, you can be forgiven that. It doesn't matter how you cover the road, as long as you cover it, and you cover it well. And she has run quite magnificently. When you think, too, she's suffering from that fall about, 40 minutes ago. This has been quite astonishing.
Another look over the shoulder, one last look over the shoulder. She'll come around the corner. It is job done. Recovering from a fall. A brilliant half an hour since then. She's rallied, she's dug deep, she's given it absolutely everything. And Spain will have their first European marathon champion in a women's race. She can finally celebrate The emotion floods through and she hasn't even reached the finish line yet. Across the line, victorious Fatima Wahadou Nafi. A brilliant story of resilience. Perfectly timed. It won't be a personal best today, but that is championship racing at its very best. And it will be a Spain 1-2. She was alongside her compatriot Maïda Mayouf for so long. She's across the line in around 2:27.43. I think that looked like, and she'll be straight over to embrace her teammate in floods of tears on the floor. And the battle for the bronze medal will come down to a sprint finish, and it will be a brilliant one, and it'll be so close on the line. And I think Salpeta just got there.
Fatima Wahadou Nafi, congratulations, you're the new European champion. You really left everything on the course today.
Has dejado todo en esa carrera. Enhorabuena por tu título. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué te parece?
Pues muchas gracias en primer lugar y súper contenta, lo he dado todo, he soñado muy grande, he salido pensando en una medalla, llevo una preparación entera pensando en una medalla, ha sido una preparación muy dura, bueno, al menos yo he pasado por el mes de Ramadán, ha sido una preparación de noche, nocturna y muy dura, ha dado mucho frío y viento. Y hoy tenía que salir. Cuando he visto la lluvia digo, he entrenado con días muchísimo peores y solamente tenía que aguantar hasta el final para que pueda optar a podio. Y no sabía en qué posición. Y los últimos kilómetros súper concentrada para luchar junto a ella. Me ha dado también mucha fuerza en los últimos metros. Y yo qué sé, muchas gracias.
She's very happy today to win the title. She had a hard preparation because of Ramadan. We also prepare at night. It wasn't easy for us to prepare during the Ramadan. And when she started, she was thinking about middle, but she didn't know the color of middle. But after the last 3 kilometer, she pushed hard and she was concentrated. We were talking together that we can do it, and we pushed hard in the last 5. And yeah, she's happy, and yeah, she's very happy to win this medal.
Wahadou Nafi is the gold medalist, Mayouf the silver medalist, both for Spain, and Salpeta there taking the bronze for Israel with her teammate Yuri in 4th place. There's the team results too, Spain, Israel and Belgium. Great to see the host nation, and they deserve it, you know, they've been the most marvellous host.